Polo might be watching.
Yeah, from cheesy Cheetos to Jeezy. There we go. Great. I mean, great job by them.
That was fantastic. You should have seen. I mean, Nate jumping over Kyle there. I wanted to see more than that. I wanted to see a little bit more.
I used to
athleticism.
be scared he would just come around and just jump up sometimes, and I'm used to it. Totally, it's lost on me. But he's got hops still.
As long as he can clear it every time.
Okay, let's see you do it. Okay.
No, I'm good on that one.
Mike Garafolo's here. Listen, we got to talk Giants. They're 2-4. This is a huge game, almost a must-win for this squad at home against the Cardinals this week. And it's been way too long since we've seen you-know-who on the field. An ankle injury has kept him out since week 3. We're talking Saquon, but things may change this week. Kim Jones, what's up?
Good morning, Kay. Giants running back Saquon Barkley was on the practice field again on Monday, which seems to bode well for his possible return Sunday against the Arizona Cardinals. He, of course, has been out with a high ankle sprain. Pat Shurmur said that they will simply gauge day by day this week how Saquon responds to practice. More good news for the offense. Evan Engram seems confident he will be able to play Sunday after the knee injury kept him out of the game against the Patriots. As for the Giants' defense, it's the 4th youngest unit in the league, but Pat Shurmur sees progress.
We are young, and I think sometimes when you say young in this league or you say injured in this league, it's people making excuses for you. I think what's important about our young defense is I think they're improving each week. And, our young players have made significant contributions. Some of your young players can be your best leaders. And so the message to them is to continue to improve.
The Giants' defense has a whole lot of room for improvement, but is coming off its best showing of the year against Tom Brady and the Patriots on Thursday night. But the defensive players know it's a whole different challenge when you see Kyler Murray. Yes, they believe he has an explosive arm, a great arm, but they almost fear his legs just as much, knowing that Murray can wreck a game, particularly in short yardage and the red zone.
Appreciate the update, Kim. Nobody's more excited than me for Saquon Barkley to be back on the field whenever he is. He's such a difference maker, though. This team sitting behind a 3-3 Eagles, a 3-3 Cowboys. Could this be is this a crazy thing to say, a dark horse?
Yes, that's crazy. No. Well, look, you lose by 17 or whatever it was the other night, and now all of a sudden it's like, oh, we thrust them into the conversation. But you know how it was. It was a moral victory for them in a lot of senses. And I think, honestly, defensively, that's the biggest thing for them, to come out of that game and say, we dictated things against the Patriots. We were a lost defense for the first couple of weeks of the season. So I think that's the biggest thing for them. You've got James Betcher, the defensive coordinator, going up against his former team, so he's going to be excited for that. But obviously, Barkley is the biggest factor.
What is this team? It's a young team, right? Are they trying to compete? Because if they get a win here, somebody in the Eagles-Cowboys game is going to lose, so they're going to be right in the thick of it.
They feel like they had enough talent coming into the season to be competitive.
Yeah.
And that's a large part of the reason that they made the move from Eli Manning to Daniel Jones, to send a message to the rest of the roster here that we are ready to go right now, and everybody needs to step their game up. And they did. I mean, you're showing that highlights of the Buccaneers game. All of a sudden, Evan Ingram's running 22 miles an hour or whatever it was up the sideline.
Well, this loss
the guys are blocking better.
They didn't have Evan Ingram. They didn't have Sterling Shepard. They didn't have Saquon. They didn't have Wayne Gallman. They didn't have anybody.
And all those guys, I don't know about Gallman, all those guys are coming back. Saquon's playing 100% in my mind. From basically everything
heard it here first, folks.
Unless he has some kind of setback, from everything I was told, he is playing this weekend. Yeah. That's a huge boost. And Ingram obviously should be back as well. So yes, that you come out of that game and you say, we were in that game. We made plays on both sides of the ball. Yes, the offense could have been better, but these guys come back. Now they give us the boost right now. That's what you say if you're the Giants, and that's what gets you feeling good this week, and that you can actually be in the mix of a division where nobody seems to want to take it.
Jeezy, you and Kim Jones, you're there. You guys cover the team. You know the ins and outs. A couple of weeks in now, we're settled with the Daniel Jones experience as a fan base, as a national media. How are things going as far as the vibe in New York? With
the vibe inside the building is great. I mean, they really think that they've got their guy, and everybody else is responding well to Daniel Jones. I mean, that was the biggest thing, was how were these guys going to feel once he took the reins? They feel like they're playing alongside the guy who's going to be the guy, and that's my understanding, is that they see his demeanor. He's handling both the ups and the downs well, and that was a big part of why they drafted him. They felt like he could handle the New York market and everything that would come with it.
Do you agree that this Lawrence kid is an unheralded star?
You love him.
He's good.
And he can play.
He's great.
But when he got drafted, it was like, well, he's not going to play on third downs. Sure he will. I mean, he was a different, he's not a pass rusher in the sense that we think about from the outside, but he can play and make moves from the inside.
Sacks.
And get an impact, and you're seeing it right now. You can rush the passer at 340 pounds from the inside.
Is there anything else you would like to talk about?
Right now or next? I'll stay for the next segment.
Yeah?
Oh, let's do it.
All right, you're going to pony up here. We've got highlights. Want to talk officiating?